this video, I'm going to show you how to make Tmux look amazing. Check this out. With the simple Tmux config in just a few minutes, your Tmux can look beautiful. We have an amazing looking status bar up top that shows some really great information. And we have some really sane key bindings that allows us to split our panes and travel between them much easier than ever before. It's going to go quick, so buckle up nerds. It's going to be a fun ride. So welcome back to episode 2 of Tmux for Noobs and everyone else really. In this series, we're building on some Tmux knowledge so that we can make a beautiful Tmux environment that we can use every single day as developers, as DevOps people, writers, I don't know, whoever you are, you can use Tmux and it's going to be awesome. So if you're still learning Tmux, on episode 1, we actually went over the basics of Tmux, what the basic commands are, how to use it, sessions, windows, panes, all that stuff. Check out episode 1 and make sure to subscribe and then come back here if you aren't familiar with Tmux yet. Now in this episode, we're going to go over just a few simple things to configure Tmux to make it look and feel amazing. Now to make your Tmux configuration look this great, you're going to need a Tmux.conf file. It lives in our home directory and it's a dot file. It's .tmux.conf. So let's open that up, and of course it's blank because this is a blank Tmux install. Now, the very first thing I like to do so that we can refresh our Tmux changes is to bind a key to reload our Tmux configuration. It's actually pretty simple. We want to unbind the R command and then rebind the R command to source a file, and that file is going to be Tmux.conf. Now let's write and quit this file and run Tmux. Now if we do leader R, it will reload our configuration and apply it to every session, pane, window, whatever, running in Tmux. This is going to be very helpful moving forward. Now the next thing I like to do is set our prefix to Control S from Control B. Out of the box, Tmux's prefix is set to Control B, but it's not very ergonomic. Let me show you why. Now by default, like I said, Tmux's prefix is Control B. Now my keyboard has Control set to the caps lock key in normal keyboards, and as a Vim user I set Control to caps lock on every keyboard I've ever owned, so it's just something I'm very used to. Now Control B is actually pretty far away from Control for me. It's all the way over here. So I like to set it to Control S. This way with Control S I can have really nice access to all my key bindings, like Control S split, Control S split, and then Control S to create a new window. Everything's a little bit easier to hit for me and it's a little more ergonomic. So let's go in here and change the leader key. And we just want to go down here and type set-G, which means global. It'll set it for everything in your Tmux, like all the sessions, all the windows, all the panes, whatever. You want to set our prefix to Control-S. Now I can type leader R to reload my config. And I should have Control S as my leader now. Let me test it out. Control S split, Control S split. Yep, it works. So our reloading of the config works, and now we know that our prefix is now Control S instead of Control B. Much more ergonomic. Nice. Okay, next thing that I like to do is set our mouse support to be on. So we can simply do set-G mouse on. Now before I reload this config, let me show you what this gives us. So as of right now, there's no way for me to resize the panes with my mouse, but if I reload my config up here with prefix R, now I can resize my panes using the mouse. That's just a helpful little thing. As a neckbeard, I never take my hand off the keyboard, but for some of you out there, it might be helpful. Now, I've noticed that I'm fumbling through all of my panes here because my favorite configuration setting for Tmux has yet to be set, and that is using leader HJKL to move around all my panes instead of the arrow keys, which it's currently set to. Now, I love doing this because I'm a Vim user, and so I'm used to using the HJKL commands to move around all my buffers in Vim. So I could do the same thing for Tmux, and this is how you do it. We want to write bind key, and we want to start with, let's say, H. And if you remember, H goes left. So we want H to select pane L. That will select our left pane. So we can yank and paste 3 more. And we can do it for the rest. J goes down, so D. Bind key K to go up. And then bind key L to go right. So now HJKL will go left, down, up, and right. Ladder. That's all you have to remember. Ladder. Ladder. Anyways, now if I reload this configuration with leader R and I set a new pane here, I can easily go through my panes by just using Vim motions, which leader K, leader J. Now I can split again. Leader H to go left, leader K to go up, leader J to go down, leader L to go right. It's just like Vim, super easy. Okay, so now we have a great base for our configuration. We can reload our configuration easily. We have a great prefix that's a lot more ergonomic, at least for us Vim users. We have some mouse usage that we can do, and we have our sort of Vim setup for navigating our panes and windows. And to be completely honest, this is basically the only config I really use day to day. I don't really add too much more to it than this. This kind of handles all of my needs and gives me a really great experience in Tmux. Now there's a few extras that I'm going to cover in the next episode where I talk about how I use NeoVim with Tmux and have a great productive workflow, but for all intents and purposes, this is about it. However, our Tmux config still looks like crap, wouldn't you say? I would. So I really want to dress this puppy up a little bit, and the easiest way to do that is through a plugin manager called TPM. Now TPM is, if you guessed it, the Tmux plugin manager. You could think of it kind of like Lazy for NeoVim, but probably a little simpler than that. Essentially, people make plugins and then TPM is sort of an automatic way to download these plugins into a special folder that Tmux will then source when it launches. It's pretty much as simple as that. So now let's install TPM. We really just want to copy and paste this command right here into our terminal. So let's create another pane. Here's a great way to use Tmux, by the way, and we can paste this clone command in our terminal. Now, I already have TPM cloned locally, so this is going to give me an error saying it already exists, but this is the command you would use. Now we can exit this terminal, or pane, I should say, and we can set up the rest of our configuration based on the repository. Now, I'm just going to copy this whole entire blob right here. For the sake of ease, I'm just going to paste what I copied from the repository, and I'm just going to delete Tmux Sensible because I don't think I really need it. So now if I reload my configuration, what happens? What should happen now is if I type leader capital I, it will install all the plugins listed under TPM. And of course that worked, so that's pretty awesome. Now the way TPM works is it installs plugins to a special folder called .tmux/plugins, and within plugins there will be all the plugins that were installed by TPM. And then Tmux is going to source all of the plugins in that plugin folder, and that's how you get all the functionality from plugins. Okay, so I said Tmux is going to look beautiful. Let's do that right now. There is an amazing plugin for TPM called Capuchin. If you go to the repo for Capuchin/Tmux, you will see that this is an amazing plugin that will make Tmux look beautiful with a Capuchin iTerm or whatever your terminal might be. So we can go down to installation and we can see it's actually pretty simple. We just copy this plugin for Capuchin Tmux. It's very similar to Lazy in that way. And you paste it in your configuration right there. Now, if we reload our configuration and then type leader I to install our plugins, we see this plugin called Tmux. It's poorly named, by the way. I don't know why they named it Tmux. It should have been named Capuchin Tmux, but either way, it will download that plugin. And now we can see already at the bottom here, an amazing looking status bar. Super simple. Capuchin is awesome and it looks beautiful. But we have one more issue here. You can see at the bottom, it looks a little bit busy. We have our status bar for Vim, then we have whatever our last command was written in Tmux or Vim, and then we have our Tmux status line. It's kind of a lot of stuff going on. So what I like to do is set my status bar to be at the top position in Tmux, so that's kind of out of the way, but still looks really nice. And the way you do that is with set option -G for global, status position. Thanks, Copilot. I couldn't type and Copilot was helping me out there. What a good guy. Ladder. But the command is set option -G status position to top. So now if I reload my config, all of a sudden, look at that. My status bar is up top. And then there's just one more thing. Capuchin has a lot of interesting themes that they have sort of pre-built. And I like to use one basically out of the box. This one right here, config 3 looks gorgeous to me. So from here, if I copy config 3 and just paste these values, let me just clean it up a little bit. I want to paste them right under where we set the plugin for Capuchin Tmux. And then for me personally, I don't like this user host and session here. If we reload our config, We see everything looks gorgeous. This configuration looks amazing. I love this pre-built config. But there's a lot of stuff going on up top now, so I'm just going to delete the user section for these write modules and even the host section because I know what I am. Now if I reload my config, those two things are gone and voila, it's a beautiful Tmux config. This is gorgeous. So just to recap, with only a few minutes of configuration, we have set a very ergonomic leader key for Tmux. We have mouse support. We can reload our configuration file whenever we want to pick up new changes. We have Vim motions to go around all of our panes, which is sick. And we have an absolutely gorgeous status bar. And we have TPM, which is the Tmux plugin manager. So you can download whatever plugins we want to extend Tmux's functionality. But you know what? I'm going to show you how to use Tmux and Vim together to get amazing productivity as a developer. There's a couple more plugins to install. There's a little bit more configuration to be had, but I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. So stick around, subscribe, and hey, thanks nerds.